Welcome to Modern Man. Today's topic is communication.
And today we have the great pleasure of interviewing RJ DiDonato. Hello, RJ.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks, mate.
Great.
RJ is our very first male that we're interviewing, which we're going to be doing quite a few of those over the next few months because we decided it was good to get both sides of the coin,
Okay.
which is terrific. So, just as an explanation of RJ, for those of you who don't know him, there can't be, 3 or 4 people maybe in Vegas who don't know you. RJ has spent probably most of his life traveling the world as a computer sales executive, and he's been to some pretty exotic places. He did tell me a few little stories. He's also been president of the National Speakers Association. So RJ has got a great deal to tell us about communication. So RJ, what do you think is one of the most important things about communication in the corporate world?
Well, I've always found that you have to be honest with the people that you're working for and working with, and I've always had a lot of success when I've worked for a manager that liked me and I liked him. We had a good communication, and when you have that feeling that your manager is trying to make you successful,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
you work a lot harder.
Yes.
And I loved one guy I worked for, Erwin Jacobs, who unfortunately died a few years ago.
Right.
I was with him when he died. I went all the way to Naples, Florida to be with him. And he was the kind of guy that you knew wanted to make you successful.
That's it. So he actually wanted to make you successful. So
Right.
you naturally performed.
Oh, I would work 24 hours a day for him, 7 days a week.
Wow.
Because
There
I
you go.
knew he gave me stock in the company. He kept promoting me. He kept giving me more money. And I was just amazed at why this guy wanted to help me. And he could say anything and I would do it for him. And
There you
we
go,
became
ladies.
successful.
That's right. Keep talking to the guys. So
right.
really, so in that regard, I suppose what we're saying is that the communication between you and your manager
Mhm.
was really premium. So
Oh,
he would talk to you
yes.
all the time,
right.
and consequently you'd respond,
Mhm.
and then you would perform.
Exactly.
And I think that's fantastic.
we had a great relationship. I mean,
Mhm.
it was after work. It was personal. He involved us in his life and
That's fantastic.
family life, and so you felt that you were part of a family,
Oh,
and the company became your family.
that's
And
true. Yeah.
it was just amazing. I wrote a book once with I had a chapter in a book with Deepak Chopra and Ken Blanchard, the 1 Minute Manager.
Oh, okay.
And I've worked for Zig Ziglar, and I've done some work for a lot of these speakers.
This is a big communicator.
I've always brought that up that because Ken Blanchard asked me, he says, I heard sometimes you weren't successful with some companies. You're right. I says, when I was successful, I was working for a manager that I knew liked me and wanted to help me and wanted to make me successful. And then when you work for somebody that you know doesn't like you and could care less if you're successful, they just want you to do your job and they'll fire you
Yes.
tomorrow, you do badly.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
so I always tried, when I was a manager, to instill that into the guys that worked for me also.
That's fantastic. And
I wanted to make them successful.
you also mentioned just briefly at the start about honesty.
Yes.
Right. So what in corporate are we talking about?
Yeah, well, he was always honest with me. When we screwed up, he would tell us. He said, you guys really screwed up yesterday. He says, I don't know how we're going to fix this, but we're going to figure it out together. Let's go out and have a drink. And
Yes.
and then, in those days, it was
It
2 or
was
3
okay to do
cocktail
that.
lunches, and we'd go out and have a drink, and you knew that he was trying to help you.
Yes.
And he said, okay, yeah, we did screw up yesterday. We made a lot of mistakes. And he
Yes.
goes, okay, let's fix it.
But
And he worked
even
with you.
even with that though, you were saying he was even honest with the client,
Yes.
which I think is
Right.
which is fantastic to be honest with the
He
client.
brought us with the client. He goes, my guy screwed up yesterday.
Yes.
I want to apologize. We're
Yes.
going to fix it.
I think that is a big tip because I think at these days a lot of people just don't do that.
No.
Right? They try to sort of brush it under the carpet or blame it on the computer or blame it on
Right.
somebody who doesn't exist.
And our customers would
Yes.
say, well, thank you. I appreciate you being honest. They
Yes.
did really screw up, but they do a good job most of the time. So they were defending us at the end,
Oh, that's
saying
that's
that we really
pretty
did a good job.
Go
And
on.
that was just a mistake, and it probably might have been both of us that
Yes.
didn't understand each other.
Wow.
And you walk home at night and go, wow, that was easy.
That's
I
right.
thought they were going to cancel our business, and they
Yes.
didn't. They bought more.
Well, there you go. So I think that's fantastic. So RJ could talk for days. In fact, he told me that he's done 3-day seminars on communication. So I've compressed him to 5 minutes. But thank you very much, RJ. And just to summarise, what RJ has mentioned to us today is that honesty is really, really important, and to actually come clean, and things always seem to turn out a lot better than you imagine.
That's right.
And secondly, it's really important in a manager-worker situation to really get some really good communication going, because people will perform to your expectations.
That's true.
Yeah, and everyone's a win-win.
That's right.
And we won today. So thank you very much, RJ.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.